So it was 9/11. Would be another day that we would never forget. We had a pretty intense situation with one of our coworkers.
The way everything progressed, it kind of just kept getting worse.
Like this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
You know, somebody here at the department having to go say that their family member, their husband, their dad had passed away. You know, for something as simple as working out on duty.
In 20 years doing this job, this is by far the most traumatic call or scenario that we could ever be in, is saving one of your own.
I think everybody knows that being a part of the fire department is like being a part of a huge family.
We saved his life. So September 11th, 2025. So that day we decided to do a stair climb and climb 110 flights of stairs to honor the firefighters that sacrificed their lives in 9/11.
So we decided to do the stair climb with just air packs on.
That whole day, like back and forth, we kept going on calls here and there, and every time we'd get back, we'd be like, man, we've worked pretty hard today. I don't know if we need to go do that stair climb today, but.
Basically, each one of us was taking a lead, going up a flight of stairs and coming back down.
Shelby, I think after about 20, was like, guys, I don't know if I should do this. My hips, my knees, I don't know, something was a little off. He was kind of winded just from the start. And on that 50th one, I remember him getting to the top of the stairs, taking like a deep breath, and then heading down. And that last step, I heard him say, oh.
That's when the temperature and the vibe in the room kind of really turned up.
When he got to the last stair, he actually went unconscious.
And I saw him just crumble.
Fell, his knees buckled from underneath him, and he fell backwards directly into me.
Lieutenant Vrem went down.
So I was able to catch him. We've kept saying the same thing, like thankfully he didn't fall forward. He actually fell into the back of me. And I think that might have been because of the air pack that he was wearing. The weight on his air pack might have pulled him back into me.
We all rushed down the stairs and
held on to him, and we kind of drug him away from the stairs.
We just wanted to start rendering some aid to him.
Did a little friendly tap in the face, which is probably not protocol for something on scene, but it's a good friend.
Treated Shelby a little bit differently than I would a normal patient, and, trying to wake him up. Just, yes, give him a couple of slaps, like, come on, wake up.
He was still breathing at that moment, but you could tell it was like an agonal breathing. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen boxing or UFC and stuff. You see people get knocked out. They do kind of like a sharp respiration in and out. It almost sounds like a snore. A period of about 20 seconds, we decided that there was something more serious happening. So, as a crew, we do what we did on scene, right? We didn't really think about the situation, we just decided to act. We pulled him out farther away from the stairs, and we started to remove his air pack that was on his back. At this point, we're still thinking maybe like a seizure.
I went and grabbed the med bag off of the squad right here.
We started with a non-rebreather mask. His status continued to worsen. And at that point, we realized that it looked like a cardiac event. It looked like something more serious.
By the time I got back over there, Trey was doing sternum rubs, everything, and there was no response from Shelby at that time. Directed the crew to start CPR, and then I ran and grabbed the AED, but I also had to step back. Obviously, the adrenaline dump was massive. I remember talking on the radio. I took a couple steps back to talk on the radio just because of the commotion and how loud it was next to Shelby, just so I could think calm and act decisively.
Doug, Vinzant, and myself checked for a pulse at that point.
Neither Trey or I could feel a pulse.
So we saw that he had a very clenched jaw. He had also bit his tongue. We train so much on this stuff that we can basically tell where this was going. So Reid Nichols inserted an OPA into his mouth, was able to get a patent airway.
Whenever you put an OPA in an airway like that and they don't choke, it also means that they are completely unconscious to the world. So at that time, I also knew that while he was breathing still, he had no gag reflex, he was completely unconscious. So at that time, it kind of hit me a little bit more that the adrenaline started pumping, and I was like, okay, my boss, my friend, like my father, like a father figure to me, a mentor to me, is not okay right now. And that's where I kind of felt like, oh man, this is actually happening. And
then I basically started on chest compressions at that point.
Everybody was heightened, but everybody was focused, and everybody was doing everything that they could to help Shelby.
The reason I think this whole situation went so well is because without speaking to one another, we all just entered basically the roles that we would on scene during a cardiac arrest. Reid attached the AED pads. So after about a minute or two, once the AED pads were attached, it said shock advised, which we all know is actually a really good thing. That means that the patient or Shelby has a shockable rhythm. So even though it was a stressful situation, we knew that we had something going for us. We had an advantage at that point.
I totally thought that, this is a really good thing, right? I mean, in a crappy situation, having his heart be in a shockable rhythm is a good thing.
everybody cleared off. I hit shock, he got shocked, and then Trey continued to compressions. And then not more than probably 45 seconds later, Shelby started opening his eyes.
I have never had to shock another firefighter, no. I mean, it's kind of a miracle for a person to come back after one shock and basically have their eyes open, looking around at all of us.
Yeah, that's about the time the ambulance got there.
The ambulance arrived at the back of the station here. Shelby had actually started to breathe on his own. He was forcefully trying to get rid of the OPA in his mouth. The medics rolled in, basically do what they do. They assess the situation. I believe Klinger gave them a pass down of what had transpired.
Shelby's been there for me, and seeing him in that state was like seeing I love my dad, but seeing my dad like dying in front of me.
At that moment, we could see that he was opening his eyes. He was looking around, and obviously that was a huge sigh of relief for all of us.
He started opening his eyes, he spit out the airway, which is a great sign that he was conscious and awake. And
we obviously knew that we weren't out of the woods yet, but I mean, I can't explain that, that feeling of being able to see him look at us all, so.
Having to see your brother go down and having to work him was pretty tough.
And seeing him going away in the ambulance after the ambulance got there, I absolutely broke down. Like it was just like reality of him having the potential of dying. Like it didn't even hit me that we saved him. It was more of like that actually happened where a guy that I love just died in front of me.
I mean, there was still a lot of commotion around, people moving in and out, and we kind of started to scatter, so I kind of brought everyone into the center of the bay, and we literally did like an NFL huddle, put our heads down, put our arms around each other, and just said, guys, you saved his life. Like, as scary as that was, I think everyone needed to be reminded that their actions is what is why Shelby's going to see his family.
Roughly 5 minutes, 47 seconds from me going down to regaining consciousness, that's almost unheard of. When I woke up, I seen a paramedic with Thompson Valley EMS. And when I seen his face, my mind and my brain went to, okay, I passed out. The guys called the ambulance, and that's all that was going through my brain. That's what I thought had happened. Where he said, you went into cardiac arrest and your crew worked you and shocked you. And my brain could not comprehend that at that moment, because it was just like nothing happened. For my crew, I will forever be indebted to them. And not from the standpoint of I owe them, I mean, I do, right? I owe them my life. They did outstanding. Hearing the story, it makes me proud of all the training, everything that we've done together. And I know that I scared the ever-living hell out of them on that day. That wasn't my plan. It wasn't in my cards, but they, I know have, right, they're beating themselves up a little bit, but simply for them, right, all I can tell them is thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for taking care of me and taking care of my family, and giving me another day of being on this side of the dirt. I almost can't even describe of how excited I am knowing now that right on Saturday I'm going to be back on shift. It almost makes my heart flutter. That's how excited I am. To see my crew, I've seen them, of course, here and there, but that's that bond that they're second family. That's what we've always said in the fire service, and truly they are my second family. I want to be with my family and heal with them just as much as, right, with my family themselves, but with them.
The fact that he's able to come back after only 60 days being gone, like, I couldn't be more ecstatic. He's passed all of his nuclear stress tests and stuff like that, so I know that he's able to be back. And the fact that he wants to be back, it just makes me so happy. I love that guy. Like, I can't wait to, I mean, I've hugged him a billion times, but that first time that he's back in the station, we're on the tower, we're together.
It's amazing that it turned out the way it did, but we all wish it never happened in the first place.
I love you to death, Shelby, and the Vrem family. Like, we're just gonna be closer now, you know? We'll always have that bond.
Now that we've heard Shelby's story and we've heard from the crews that responded, I want to say it from a fire chief's perspective. I couldn't be more proud of all the members of LFRA that responded that day. I'm also incredibly proud of Shelby and his path to recovery. Nobody would ever dreamed that a man was in cardiac arrest 60 days later would be returning to duty and serving his community, just like he did the day before. So incredibly proud of everybody. And I want to say this to the larger audience. Today, we're a stronger family because of this incident. And I think that's the message that I want to convey, is the importance of family. When we look at Shelby's situation, our health and our wellness is not always about us. It's about the broader family, our immediate family at home and the LFRA family. And what I would ask of each and every one of you is to take Shelby's story and look at how we can come closer together as a family. Inevitably, somebody's going to have a bad day. As a family member, it's our responsibility to reach out, extend that hand, and be willing to help that family member. Whether it be a dietary issue, a fitness issue, whatever it be, we're in this together, and we're going to serve our community so much better if we look out for each other moving forward. So again, from a fire chief's perspective, thanks to everybody that responded, thanks to the LFRA family, and thanks to our larger family at home.